As we pull into the station, we start the stream. Hello, friendos. I think my hair's all over the place today. Got the bed hair. Gotta go get a haircut at some point. How are we all? Happy day? Happy day. Just happy day today. Just happy day. Transport Fever 2. I haven't had time to do any recordings or anything. I've just flat out in the background, so it's a really nice problem to have when you get to live stream this game. And we get to do a little bit of detailing, a little bit of building. Hello, Amy. Hello, Dan. Hello, Stephen. Hello, Johnny. How was the baseball, friendo? Pammy. Let's have a look down here, what's going on. I've done a few little changes in and around the place. How was the baseball? Did you catch the ball? Did you do a hit? Did you run? Did you slide? Did you just say, you're out of here? Or did you just drink lots of beers? Hey, Trix, how are you, friendo? We're not just doing that. We're not just doing that. Baseball wasn't great. We lost to the Boston Red Sox. Well, maybe you should have had Red Sox on too. And then everyone's a winner. Well, that sucks. I'm sorry that you guys lost. Do you follow the baseball a lot, do you, Johnny? Hello, Centaur. Yeah, so a couple of changes around here. I did a little bit of work in and around here just to clean up these sort of areas. Fenced a lot of stuff off properly. Got this fenced off. This big building has gone in. A couple of big buildings have gone in recently, actually. I put in the same wall on this side as I did on this side, and then retained up around the corner. Just squares it off just nicely. And then I did find all these really cool old 50s signs that I wanted to put in. Kit Kat. Look at this old Kit Kat sign. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat. That's right. How good's Kit Kat? Yum. And then, yeah, all these cool old signs, right? And then some modern ones to go with it, because why not? What else have I done down here? I don't think I did anything else too much more elaborate down here. No. That was just it, sort of just cleaning up a lot of that. Up here. Yeah, the decorating. We drove past it just in the intro just then. Let's go to live screen and I can show you. What's happening today, everyone? I started working on these little tunnelways, right? These little sort of open cut sections that lead into our station here in Grandview, right? So if we just sort of, you can see we come in this way. You can see the train's actually coming up now. Perfect example, actually. The train's going to come up. So I've got to do work in and around here, although this one's a little bit more open, so I don't have to. I might leave it a little bit more open. But then by the time we get into the second tunnel section, which is here, or second open cut, I've got to retain all this one up to match. Right, so I've got to retain all this one up in here so the buildings don't look like they're just about to slide down the hill. So all this will get squared off and cut in, and it then will look a little bit more like the one over here because it goes through the tunnel and down into this open cut section just here. And I'll put some billboards and stuff up in it as well. Like I'll probably get some billboards up around here at each end. But it came along pretty good, except when we did the track ride, I noticed that in here, part of this wall here is poking through. So I need to get that out and switch that one out. In fact, if I just delete that out, I don't even need it. Perfect. Right, and then that's that. We do have to, however, work on this today. Now, good suggestions last time out in the comment section in the last video, so thank you very much, about the open cut station. I have installed the mod. However, because I've open cut such a big area here, it's not really going to work for what I want to do down here. So I've got it here, ready to go, and we'll utilize this somewhere else. And this is what it looks like if you don't understand. I'll go ahead and just place it in, but this is the open cut, right? It basically just open cuts it straight up for you and retains it. Brilliant, brilliant station. It's got even like the pathway systems. Brilliant mod. Okay, so that's the open cut, what it does, how it works. All right, and that's that. I'm pretty sure we could probably even. That's just going to open cut it. Does it? Yeah, that's just going to keep it open cut. All right, so we'll utilize that somewhere else. So thanks for your suggestions. Keep them coming. I do appreciate them. Don't worry about the retaining wall. That's why they got cheap rent, says Johnny. How about the big screen, says Amy. Amy, do you really want me that much bigger? Like, honestly, aren't you sick of me? You got to deal with me all tomorrow as well, Amy. Surely, when we're askering tomorrow, Amy. I'm feeling a bit. I've been off the caffeine, no monster drinks, no coffees for like the last few days, and man, when you don't have coffee, well, you need it as a pep up. So I've been drinking like cranberry juice. I've got prebiotic drinks. Nothing works. Nothing works better than caffeine. I can tell you that much. All right, let's quickly plug this in. What I want to do today, I want to get. Actually, we can do some decoration stuff after. Let's get some building going. I want to get the fuel to Midpoint, right? I want to get fuel to Midpoint. The other thing I want to start working on is we've got the tools factory here, and we've got the timber sawmill here. Baxter Beach want tools. King Island want tools. We do have a forestry down here. So we could be sending, once we get this established, we could be sending a train up here to deliver. All right, the other good thing is Grandview and Midpoint want tools as well. So the trouble is we're going to need more forestry imports because 2 timber, 1 sawboard, right? So we're not, one forestry is not going to be able to supply all 4 towns down here. You ready for Asker? So am I. Love a bit of Asker. Been enjoying that playthrough. I've been enjoying it more so with the new mods. I mean, not the new update. Oh, I'm really, guys, I'm struggling. Sleep has not been my friend lately, so. And that coupled with the pain meds still leaving my system, I'm a little bit airy fairy at the moment, a little bit out of it still. So we've got to figure out if this is exactly what we want to do with this cargo hub. Because I potentially wanted to move a cargo hub up here. Oh, wait, we've got the forestry just there and there. Ah. Yeah, I'm moving this. Okay, we're going to... You're gone. You're gone. I've been questioning it for so long now that it's just gone. I'm going to move it up here because eventually what we're going to do, we're going to take this passenger line, and the passenger line, remember, is going to somehow feed down around to the coast to give us a nice coastal route. Or maybe it should just come straight through here because I want it to come through Kings Island down around into Baxter Beach the way we thought we were going to do it. And then we get a nice big loop and a really nice big sort of link, I think. A nice big sort of round. I didn't realize this Grandview Forest was here. It seems a stupid place to have a forestry. If anything, I'd prefer you to move down here, where it would make more sense to have forestries, but this is kind of the main town. But the game will do what the game wants sometimes, and what the game wants, the game gets. So, let's go ahead and build up our... What do you got going on here, buddy? Let's go ahead and put in our freight hub. We'll go with the 320. I guess it doesn't matter what tracks we use because I'll change them out anyway. Okay, the freight hub itself, Hubba Bubba. We will run the passengers through it, will we? We'll run the passengers right past it. Just plant a new logging camp. Yeah, look, I don't want it here. I kind of want. Okay. I don't have the sandbox mode on, but I'd be happy to delete this one and put a new one down here and have them together. How do we feel about that? How do we feel about that? In my mind, that makes sense. I'd have to reload the autosave. I'd have to reload the logging. Hello, Zero. How are you, friendo? Centaur, what's going on, buddy? I miss hearing. God damn it. I think I'm going to move this down to here. So I can get the build I want. We'll put sandbox on. Just so I can get this. Because otherwise I can't do it. And that makes more sense to the whole build then. I mean, if anything, I'm making it harder for myself by putting it down there because I still have to get the logs up to that plateau to then get trained out. I'm not entirely happy with the area and where I want to put the cargo station. It's a bit of a tough one in this bottom corner. But we'll have a look here shortly anyway. Where are we? Oh, we're right here. Yeah, so I think what we have to do is put this down here. If anything, it probably makes sense to put it out here, to be honest. Because we'll have a forestry here, and I'll paint it all up. Suppose I could make it harder for myself and put it over here, couldn't I? I think it makes sense to have it out here, because then the passenger trains can roll through it. I'll put it like the train line might run down that way. I'll put it down here. Coal mine? No, because all that's going to be coal mine in there. The new update is really nice. Did you use it in the beta? I'm just going to put it over here. Bugger it. We'll have them in the same spot. Did you use the beta at all, Zero? Was really good. It is really good. Excuse me. All right, so I'm going to get rid of this one. All right, Grandview Forest, Midpoint Forest. Yeah, I guess so. Right, let's just do something here right now where we make this look a little bit forestry. Okay. Okay, it doesn't have to be so perfect. It can have some different roads here and there. I'll go something like this. I won't go something like that. Do you want to give me that? Yes. Okay, we'll go like that. Go like that. In fact, I will actually take you to there. Then take you up to there. I do enjoy the fact that I can make a straight road without having to eyeball it now as well. I really do appreciate that. Okay, I'll throw in a road that goes sort of like that as well, because why not? Like that. And then I'll link it around the back here as well. Okay. That'll be fine. And I'll get some curvier sort of roads in here. We don't need to have everything straight. Okay. Get some curvy roads in. Right. Something like that. Something like that. In fact, we could probably even put a couple more out here. They don't have to be perfect. These don't have to be perfect rows. They just have to be like that. That'll do it, I think. We might even be able to sneak the road up the back here, which I think will work for us. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and put the forestry trees in. I don't mind them being loosely around there. Get rid of all those rocks. All right. Put the cargo up in the lower area and have the shunting train move things to the hub. In the lower area, do you mean this area, Johnny? Up in the lower area? Up in this area? Because this is where I was going to put the cargo area up here, because then we can move trees and we can move fuel out of here and move stuff in and distribute between the towns. Or are you talking about in this valley section potentially? No, not the valley section. If anything, the cargo hub should probably, this all should get a rework, and the cargo hub should probably come down in here the more I look at it now. Interesting thought. We're going to start off with It didn't really go to plan, but we're going to start off with some smaller trees like that. Some younglings, some saps, and ones like that. Make it look sappy around here. Okay. Then we're going to get the bigger tree. We're going to get the tall ones at the back here. Give me another section of those just there. Give me some of those in there. Voila, there's our forestry. It's a little bit mishmash, but you get to see, right? You get to see. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, that's all we're saying. That's what we're doing. That's our forestry section for the moment. As simple as that. Dylan, what's going on, friendo? You're in and you're out? How you been, buddy? Before you go. Thanks for stopping in to say hi. Yeah, okay, that's what we're doing there. That's it. That's your lot. I did not mean to do that. Damn it. Well, you got a couple of. That's really extreme, that brush too. There's a couple that have sprouted up really quick. They're like they're like really, really keen to get cut down. Those ones. All right. What I think is the train line. What we do, maybe we do have the cargo hub down here now. I'm thinking, and we're just gonna have to. And so Johnny's idea is to shunt some products down here, but I tend to think we reevaluate all these roads, and we bring the hub in here now, and we bring the fuel down. You got to go to work, So take care. Hopefully catch everyone next time. Yeah, no worries. We'll be doing Aska same time tomorrow, friendo. Chilling out. We got a lot to do on Aska as well. Yeah, I think so. I think we're gonna take these roads out. I'll put them back in shortly because I didn't mind some of these roads. But we'll reevaluate. That can go too. Did I have that was our truck stop. That's okay. I'm gonna redo all of this. I'm gonna redo it all because I'm unhappy with this crossing as well. It's playing havoc with my train line. So I'm just gonna take that out there. Okay, so now that we've got this area established, nothing like just taking everything back to ground zero, right? All right, let's get ourselves a nice flat pad here. Yes, that costs 7 million. Don't hit play because we've got to get things connected back up. That gives us a nice flat area to work with there. That's fine. I can quickly get this hooked back up. All right, what we're going to do, I didn't mind the actual gas station, so I'll reutilize that. But I will actually have it. It makes sense to have it on like that motorway. Right where the actual... So I'll do a service road. We'll upgrade this road into town. Can't upgrade that one. That's fine. We'll do a service road that diverts up this way. This is called just playing the game sometimes. You just got to play the game. I do like that. So the service road should probably peel off this way. And come up here. And then we can go a nice flat road like that. Right? Before heading back down into there. But I'm thinking the service road should probably not be a 2-lane road like this, but I'll leave it now because I've paid for it. So I'll leave it. Right, and then we'll go back to this road. So we've got to figure out where our train station's coming in here. I kind of really want, I think, let's just have a look at this for a sec. That doesn't matter because I'm going to switch those out. So realistically, it could just sit like, I don't know why it doesn't want to sit there. We've got a bit of a kinky road here, team. Okay, kinky road or not. That's kind of what I'm thinking through here, right? Which doesn't help us get the connection here. But we might be able to now put our service station in. Right, put our service station in. The trucks can still come up and do what they want to do. I'm going to give that a little... I don't know if I can get that bend any better just here, like a little like split street. I'm going to just try this. I don't think this is going to work, however. No, it's not going to give me what I want. In fact, that's horrid. Nope. That's fine. Truck just went flying past with his air brakes. Hello, Bakera. How are you, friendo? Good morning. Good Guten Morgen. What do we call this? What do we say this was going to be? I think we'll go with golf. We'll go with golf. I'm mostly okay with this. I prefer that to come straight this way, and maybe this road joins up in that, but I kind of like the natural flow of that road like that. So I'm just going to leave it. It's fine. The station here will be good because it can circle back around and head back, loop back onto the tracks and also come off. So that's fine. I think what we have to do with this is potentially now. If I establish a connection to here like this, we'll give them a logistics building each. You can have that there. One like that. And you can, I guess, have... Well, I don't want you to have that. Then you can have just another one of those. I'm going to leave that gap in the middle there. I'm going to just see if I can get this to talk now. Without using build anyway. You're going to make me use build anyway, aren't you? Or I get rid of that. Until I've put the road in that I need. Okay, so where are you going to be less unhappy? Like there. Like that's your happy place there. Which I know that you guys are not happy about, but that's okay. So if we bring that road to there, they don't have there's not a driveway there anyway. The driveway is more at the front here. I'm just trying to make this look like an actual thing. That's all. Right, so that looks like a thing. That looks like a thing. And that doesn't want to have a bar of anything. Yeah, I guess we could have that. Sure. Okay, and then obviously you could just do that too. Because why not? Okay, so that's our refinery. We can have a road here too because it looks like you do have an entrance, a driveway just here. Right, you have a driveway there. You have a driveway there and none out the back. But we could square it off. I guess we could square it off. Makes no difference. Just for aesthetic pleases, we'll square it off. Okay, so that's that. I'll run the road after I run the track around here. So let's get this. So now that does talk to that. So our line here, manage the line. So Grandview East is now in there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Midpoint crew. Oh, yeah. I haven't got the drop off for you guys. I know. I've got to get you guys sorted. I'm thinking with them, I'd like to bring that road potentially up this way and tuck it just underneath and bring it under here. So to do this, I'm going to just, I know this is going to cost me more money, but I want to get a certain look here. I want to get that brush size down. I want to get that there. And I'm going to carve this out. And we're going to make a nice little bridge section here. Yeah, that'll do it. Carve that back to there. Now we're utilizing the we're utilizing this one, are we not? Girder. I think we're using the smaller girders. Also, damn it. Okay, that's plenty high enough for us to slick a road up here. I will use we're using the 2-lane here. So I'm going to go like this first. Whoa, no, I'm not. We're paralleling. I forgot about the parallel mod. I don't know what you're paralleling yet. I don't mind a little bit of cheeky tunnel under there. Not too much. I'm going to take this road back here. And we're just going to feed into that. Give me the link up for that. I guess that's fine. That's fine there. And then, so what I want is a nice little turnaround. Although we're going to have some tracks come back this way, are we not? Yeah, I'll probably bring... So the tracks might actually come back around and just start to rise up and go over the top of that road. Potentially. I don't need you to be that big. We can just go like that. Okay, and then I'm just going to go building. We're just doing a drop off for these guys like that. And that's got that line sorted. Okay. In and around downtown, 2, 3, go. All right, so they're back sorted. Everything is back sorted, making money. So we need to make some money again because we just rinsed 10 million. Dinner time, be right back. I hope I get the dinner report. Dan, how did you do a bit more farming sim yesterday? How'd you get on with it? How much more farming sim did you do? Right, and I guess the thing we've got to establish here is we still need to get a ton of fuel. We need to get a ton more refined fuel up there. And we need to get, which means this here needs more barrels. Which we've got more barrels up here. So it brings us to our next cog in the gears. And the next cog in the gears has to be a cargo platform area up this end, which is going to service Baxter, potentially Midpoint, but Kings Island and Baxter mostly. But Midpoint should be dealt from here. But it could potentially also have a job there. But luckily for us, we put in a freight stop here. We're going to be dropping off a heap of commodities for Midpoint anyway. It's about establishing where we want this freight hub to peel off. And it kind of makes sense to either have it, because we might have a bit of a port up in this cove section here, in this sort of triangular, I want to call it the A pillar, because it looks like an A, right? And we might be able to ferry ships down in here to a nice big port and vice versa, get them back out or whatever. So it kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense to have the hub potentially about here, I think. It can swing off, come in. Maybe. No, it's going to have to. Yeah, we need plenty of room to work with. It's kind of. It's a bit hilly, but that's okay. I think here is where we've got to put our hub. This road can get a rework. That road doesn't even need to be there. So we can get rid of that. That's just giving us a visual impairment at the moment by sort of blocking off where we need it to do things. And that gives us a lot more room instantly. What height are you at, buddy? 70? 28. Okay. thinking, because we still need, the purposes will be to feed these two, but there's nothing to say we can't shunt. Sorry, I just got to get to the chair. I would be standing up today, but I've got broken parts in my foot again. So standing's very hard for me at the moment. I'd love to be standing and doing this stream. There is a lot of room out here, but however, there is a bit of a ridge over here on Kings Island. And this makes a lot of sense here, doesn't it? We don't want to, like, these are supposed to be more holiday destinations. We kind of want to keep all the industrial stuff back here. Any thoughts, anyone? Hello, BC. How are you, friendo? Any thoughts, logistically speaking, because this massive infrastructure is to feed Baxter Kings. Potentially, I think maybe we just put it down in here. Which we can shunt this oil in. This is the hard bit, is just finding the location. Plugging it all in is a little bit easier. I mean, there is all this land here, but I don't like it. I think it's got to be here. It makes sense here. And if not, we just move it. If not, we just move it. South of Baxter, end of the island. So when we have our port come in, it could either be either side. Potentially, I've got an idea. It's clicked. I've got a really good idea, and it's something that I haven't done before in terms of a port, and now I'm really excited about it. Yep, I've got a vision in my head. The vision will be, and I wish I could have overlays here to show you. The vision will be, okay, we're going to have port along here. We're going to have port along here, and I'm hoping this will work out. It potentially, there's a chance that it won't, but potentially port here, and either side we're going to have cargo. We're going to have rail. Now this side's not going to have as big a rail section. This side here will have a bigger rail section, but what it allows us to do then is sort of shunt between the stations and the ports on each side of the port. Or, okay. I don't know how expensive this is going to be. That's square, by the way. That's square with the map, is it? Yep. Damn it. It might work still. I could carve that out, that point there, but I don't really want to spend the money, to be honest. But if I can get these two talking, that's our shape. So I can take it straight across here and we can land it out that way a little bit. That will work. We can shape this land to our own. That's going to be a future project. So the idea will be to have the port sit on that angle, either side, right? So either side, they'll talk to each other. The ships will be able to come in. Yeah, okay, cool. So for the time being, I'm going to have to spend some money just to get this basically established. So we need to leave room like that. So I think we're going to take it there. And that's as much as I'm willing to spend at the moment. That's a lot of money. Okay. Right. And then that gives us our port. I'm going to leave that much gap because eventually I will. So in case you don't know what I was talking about, where's my, I'll just do that for the minute. I was talking about having this, hey buddy, extended over to here, right? And that way, right? In a certain way, you kind of get what I mean. And then so what happens is both these ports, now we have a port on either side of the bank, but they work together. And so what we eventually have to do is bring the land out to that. So that's the process that I'm going to work on, and that gets us nice and square. I'm going to leave. I'm not going to leave that there. That's ugly. But that's just so you get an idea of sort of the future, how I'm going to do that. For the moment, I mean, we don't even need this port here. Eventually, this port will talk with Copperhead as well. When we get the nice big port in and around here for Copperhead, that's going to work in nicely. Oh, man. I forgot about this detailing already. I really like that. Yeah, so I think that'll work really well. That gives us connection here for easy drop-off for both of these. And we've got easy access from this end. For the moment, we're going to be putting in temporary cargo. And this is tough because anything I establish will have to be broken down and rebuilt. All right, can you hit the turbos again so we can make back all our money? So for the moment, I'm going to go with we're going to keep it fairly simple just to get some money generators in, okay? I will establish the lines. Oil needs to come around here and then it needs to get taken out. The crude comes down, gets dropped off. We pick fuel up. It gets dropped off there. Then we come back and rinse and repeat. Just for some cash makers, we're going to go like this. Just for some cash builders, okay? Yeah, great minds. That's right, Stephen. Yeah, I think that'll be really good. So I think so. Stephen says, brilliant idea with the port on both sides of the river. Was thinking about that just before I did it. Yeah, so I think with that idea, and it's something, think of it like a council has a plan. They don't have the funds, they don't have the resources at the moment, but we know where we're going to head. We know where we're going to develop. We know how we're going to develop this area now. We've got a plan. The plan is now to raise funds. We're going to raise funds by getting all this crude sent into here. We'll send all this crude down to the station here where it all has to get converted to refined because we need to now produce more fuel because we're going to start feeding Midpoint with fuel. And clearly, Grandview can get a little bit more as well. So we're going to start generating some income now. We're going to start slowly with this crude, just taking it down. I'm going to start with just the one oil well first. And this one's right here, so this is perfect. Because this is temporary, because our port down here, when we have this port built in, because this is temporary, the train station will move to be in line with the port itself. So we will have the train hub. And here's the kicker. We will have, like I said before, we will have a train station on this side of the port and a train station on this side of the port. And we can potentially have some trains shunting goods back and forth, but we won't really need to. It'll be more of a nicety thing. It'll be more of a decorative thing having the trains shunting, because when I build this port, because we're going to put it across the river all as one port, they will talk to each other regardless if there's a gap in there. So that's how we're going to do that. Gamifying the game, right, Stephen? So in terms of this station, I'm not even going to decorate it. I'm not going to do anything with the station. It is purely just a money-making asset at the moment that we're using. No decoration, no track changing, just a money grabber. Unfortunately, I don't know if that... Oh, brilliant. That's even better. That's even better. I will, however, make sure we utilize our correct train line for this. Now, what sort of angle of the... You're only at a 1 grade there, which is actually perfect. Okay, because we're gonna use this bypass track in here, the cargo freight track just here. Oh, stop it. Eventually that will be double tracked, but up that way. So that's even better. Oh, this is actually, can you just keep that with a gap in it, please, to there? As you get around that bend. Okay, and then we just need to plug down into there. Okay. Oh, we got some cheeky tunnel coming down into there too. What's our grading for that? Just please tell me it's not... We're at 49 there, and we're at 80 there. Ooh, that's 30-meter decline in that distance. Just tell me. With a bit of curve, you get a nice line through there, don't you? Look, we don't want to still build cruddy stuff, okay? We still want to build good stuff. Okay, we don't just build hogwash just because we're putting in a temporary line. That's okay for me. That's okay. Right, and then here is just going to be a simple swing your butt around and out you go. I could just have a turnaround for it though, couldn't I? Probably makes sense to do this. It's only temporary, Ham. Just get it on in, get it back out. Get it on in, get it back out. Is that even a thing? It slows to 24 just so you don't have a bridge. That's why. Just give me that. 53. Okay. That's not bad. That's our turnaround. Then we come back up. And we'll join back up in here. I don't know how many trains this will run, because potentially we've got the chance to run some multiple trains eventually, but I'm just going to bring you into there. But for the moment, that's that. And then you're going to come down here, and we're going to actually peel off just over here. Huh. Let's have you come off about here. Yeah, that's okay. Then we'll have you go straight. I love this straight and then turn in. I love it. That's a pleasant entry. That's a pleasant bit of entry. Yeah, one modular port with docks either side. The river, never seen that done before. Yeah, so we will do that. I don't know how far we'll get into it today. Depends on how much. If we can get the money makers going, I might be able to get it in today. We'll get it to work. We'll get it to work. It will work as well. It will work because they'll be connected either side, so both sides will have connectivity and they will work. We will get it to work. I'm like a politician. I promise you this, we will get it to work. And then never deliver. The good thing is I don't have to deliver on that because I'm a politician. All right, and this here, I simply said before, I was literally going to swing this. What's the lowest height I can get you over the top over here? Can I get you a crossing there? I certainly can. That'll give me a nice... Oh, can I go a bit lower there? I can go a bit lower again. Surely. Wow, okay. Yeah, I'd much prefer that height. I'm going to have you come like that. $60 seems good. And then from there, you can start your incline. Which will be next to nothing anyway. I will give you... Oh, no, I'll give you this, that there. Yeah. Into that there, because you're going over a road. And then this here, I don't want you joining in there. I kind of want... I'm going to bring it back. These are going to actually work together. Gonna, mate. Gonna. I would prefer... You're going to have to... Go like that for me. Perfect. That's perfect. Oh, this new update's brilliant. Stephen, don't you hit me with the TWSS. It's a bit of a shorter loop out of there, but actually, once we have a lot of decorative stuff in here, it won't really matter. This has got me feeling much happier about the state of things down here, especially with the tree farms going in. I kind of want to take it back. I don't like playing with sandbox mode on. So I kind of really want to take it back out, to be honest. All this hogwash is literally that. You know, I was thinking these trains, while they are these diesels, they could probably reverse, but look, we could probably start setting. Why do I have 102? Why do I have 102 people sitting on this non-existent station? Oh my gosh. You guys. Okay. We're going to have to address the passengers here shortly. Not perfect. Big derailment at mainline. Where's the derailment? Oh, here. Here. Perfect. We got 102 people sitting on the deck. Just that one just doesn't want to play the game, does it? Take out this one for a sec. Because are we coming back in on a... Now, if I take you out now, you're okay. And I feel like you're going to be okay too. Don't worry, you'll be okay. No derailments now. We're all good in the hood. Oh, just before we get to this crossing, hey, we better put in this. Otherwise, someone's going to be upset. Did I actually put one in already, or did I not? Don't know if I put one in, did I? Especially with these trees around here, they're really going to cause a bit of mayhem. It may have. Maybe it needs a little bit more distance, but that's okay. Right. That's fine. That's fine. I'll sort out these people. We'll sort out the people shortly. Let me have a drink. Nothing can be rushed. The minute you rush, the minute you stuff it up. So we've got that hooked up, that hooked up, that hooked up. I'm going to need to get some more trucks, probably just delivering and bringing. Okay, well, we can just get this. Oh my gosh, we can get this up and running now. So uncomfy. We can get this up and running now. All we have to do is say, hey, new line. We're going to be calling you. Actually, can I make you like? I guess we just leave it that color, even though that's the. I don't want to leave it that color. Go like that, even though that's the Conmat's color. We're going to call you Midpoint. Midpoint oil line, and for a good reason. It'll probably be temporary, but I'll leave it. Midpoint oil line, even though, because its main function will be to pick up that oil at Midpoint oil well, come through, drop it off here, get it refined. Then we're going to have to pick up fuel, and we're going to drop fuel to Midpoint on the way back. Now, the beauty about this station, right? The best thing about this station, you can see it's got half decent coverage. If we actually go to our buildings here, you can see where a lot of the fuel is on this map, and a lot of the tools as well when we drop off tools. Now, we've got pretty much already a lot of coverage when it comes to that station. If I need to say, hey, we need a little bit more coverage, I could probably chuck. Can I chuck a sneak? I don't really want to. Throw in a sneaky cargo building. I can't anyway. I can't do it at that end. No, I can't. Okay, and I'm glad I can't because I don't really want to. If anything, I will end up having to truck it out to places from in town, and that's totally fine too. All right, let's get this line hooked up. So first port of call will be here. I haven't even put in waypoints yet. You will then drop off here. Remember that line that you had here that you should have connected up to there and you could have missed all that and not even worried about it? Yeah, this line? Yeah, this line, buddy. And then you don't even have to worry about this main line. What about this poor road? It is a poor road, isn't it? This actually makes things a heck of a lot easier. Because then I don't have to worry about this at all. Yeah, you noisy buggers. And no derailment. Yeah, okay. That's a much easier solution, by the way. Hanker, is it time for your greenie buddy? Yeah, come on. Up here. Come here. He'll come. Come on. Okay. I'll have it here. When you decide that you feel like you want to come and talk to me, I can just hit slow down as well. Let's go. Let's crank this up. Let's get a few. Ah, it's funny. Here he comes. Sit. Good boy. Hey, Johnny's back. What's the dinner report, Johnny? Right, that should now work. Right, that does now work. What does it do out of here? Brilliant. Because I just have that. No, not brilliant. Can you come? Yeah, you got to come into 2. However, you need to go around, buddy. Come on, come on. Midpoint North. Can you go through there, please? Yeah, better. Okay. Then you're going to head out here. You don't really... It'll probably... I don't know if it'll run multiple trains or one big train at the moment on this. It's probably going to need 2 trains, is it not? We've only got room for one big one at the moment. Or multiples that just have to share the line. And we can probably extend the line up to here before we switch in and then switch out. Okay, let's do it properly. Do it right the first time. Right, Johnny? Do it right the first time. So we're splitting off from this tunnel. So the only waiting point you're going to have is literally coming out of the tunnel. Do it right the first time. All right. And so we've got a small little section here where we need to do that. We've got our fences there. Our fence stops here, and then under the bridge we'll split out from there. Which is a shame. I really liked that little tunnel. Okay. We're just going to do it like this. Okay, nice and steady. Merges back into there like that. We've run through the station where we don't have a double pass. We could use the passengers though. I'm not going to. What's going on, BC? What was the right the first time? Prison fences. I know. I've got Amy's prison fences in. Amy's prison fences here. It's to stop the riffraff like Johnny getting in. On this side, I've gone nice passenger one. I really like how this came out down here with the paths. Really love the path mod, Stephen. Thank you very much for that. I would never have probably got it, but it's actually done. It's actually really good what we've built down in here. Super, super enjoy it. Look at these people just crossing like they don't care. I did put a horn thing in down here, did I not? Yeah, it's not close enough though. I think we need it like here, yeah? You need one here as well. And you need one like here. Yeah. I think so. Okay. Seriously, Ham. Okay, so that's our line sorted. It doesn't, however, do the loop-de-loop, which we need to tell it to now. It probably could come out of there shallower, but I don't think it matters. Just, actually, we're going to need to do signals. I need that, please. Signals. That. Yeah, I need to start getting some signals on. That'll be fine. We'll do some signals here. Actually, the signal should be like there. Last one was here. So we probably could go one there and then here. Right, and then, so you come through here, You're just going to have to wait. They're just going to have to wait. Signal waiting there. I'll do another block just there. Another block here. You're going to use the station anyway, so it's pointless putting that one there. I'll do another one here. Even though that's the station sort of is one. I'll leave that for the moment. That'll be fine. Thank you, Steve's like, you're welcome. Amy, bah. Amy, I may or may not have. I did download Star Wars, SWOTOR. I downloaded Star Wars, and I had to, you know what's funny? I downloaded it yesterday in the background. I was doing the heap of stuff, and then I came back, and I was like, oh, login. I've got my login from 3 years ago. I don't have my original 2014 login. I could not find it anywhere. So I'm like, no, I had so much. But anyway, I found my login for SWOTOR. That doesn't mean we're going to be playing it anytime soon. It just means it's ready to go. Maybe it'll replace Aska. Okay. Let's get some trains in, shall we? Hanker, buddy. Hey. 1 second, please. I gave the dog a treat, and he's decided to have a feast on himself. You can imagine what that sounds like. Trains, please, Ham. Yeah, okay. Let's get in... I guess this is as good as any area to have a train hub. Even, albeit temporary. Sure, for the moment anyway, I guess. I'll just put in some, temporary again, because we have to build a whole train yard all over the map. We're not at the monetary income. I mean, I could easily pay that $50 million loan off right now. But there, we don't have money, so I'm not going to. I could wallop this big munchkin in, couldn't I? That way it looks like a half-decent sort of thing, doesn't it? You kind of need a little bit of room to do what you want to do, if you're going to do that. This is probably not the best place for it, to be honest. Okay, I'm just going to put this in temporarily. Okay. As simple as you like it. Plug it in. All right. What I haven't done here, all right, I probably should get this plugged in too, is we're doing a direct line, right? This direct line is going to feed more refined oil in to bring back fuel. Okay, we need to get this in now. Looks like we are going the dark red color too. I'm going to stick with that color just to not mix these up. We're going to call this midpoint oil production via train. Because this is for the midpoint line via truck. Because this is for the midpoint stuff. So I just want to keep it midpoint at the moment. Just so I know what I've got going on, right? And that will be going from here up into here. Can you please utilize number 2? Can you please... Okay. You don't need to have a long wait. In fact, there's a bit on the deck there already. So they're not making great money, those tankers. I'm going to leave them how they are. I'm not going to touch these for the moment. I actually haven't checked this stuff. You're not making great money. I wonder if that's to do with the fact that I've now changed up how they come in and do their thing. You're still getting plenty of fuel. Who else is not making great money? The buses, that's fine. I don't care about buses so much. That one there. I know, Stephen, you made a comment not long ago about that. I wonder if this is because I just upset the apple cart or if because I have too many on it. I don't think it's about to matter because I think we're going to need more. I wonder if it's the distance they now have to cover, but surely not. I'm just thinking about mixing this up because I'm thinking about literally just having a delivery truck that drops into town and having just all trucks bring up and take back. Hey, Tom M, how are you, friendo? How much for the game? Depends where you are. Depends where you are. The game in Australia, I can tell you, is... Wow. Actually, the game on Steam here in Australia, it's 66% off at the moment. You can get the deluxe edition for $23.97 in Australia, or you can get it for $19.89 in Australia at the moment. 66% off at the moment on Steam. Let me just tell you, Tom, I have over 1,100 plus hours in this game. Now, I might be the exception. Stephen in chat, he's probably the exception as well to how many hours he's got in the game. But I've definitely got my money's worth over the years. Put it that way. And I did not get it on sale. That's actually a bargain. I'm going to change these lines up. All right, we're in... when we get to 1955, I'm just going to have a bit of a pausey here. Okay, stop everything. This line... We're going to split these lines now. You're going to be a delivery line, buddy. You're going to be Grandview fuel truck. Literally that. That is your job. And you will pick up from Grandview North and you will drop at Park Lane and that will be it. No longer will you do the east section, okay? And therefore, you will have less trucks. You'll have maybe 3, I'm going to say 4 trucks. So manage the vehicles. So I'm going to say, okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. The rest of you are going to now go on Midpoint oil truck production. Okay, they're going to be a direct drop-off. And I do this for one simple reason, because when they pick up all the crude oil, because I'll have to add more trucks to that line. They're going to be picking up all this refined oil, bringing it here, and then they're going to be taking back fuel for the train. That is how we're going to run that for the moment. Until we get this train sorted. It'll take a little bit for that to bed in and get sorted out, but we'll get that sorted. Okay, let's buy the train now. Okay, so train-wise, we're going with the nice steamer. Steam train. Look at this. P36. Such a cool-looking train. The FD... 115, however, you're pretty cheap actually to run. You're expensive to run. You do 150, you're attractive. We don't have a lot of up and downs. We don't have a lot of undulations, so our tracks are fairly flat, so we don't have to worry about that. Only 3,280 hours. Ooh, Stephen, you need to play some more games, friendo. Crikey, that's a lot of... Mate, you should get an award for that. There should be some kind of an award for that. Johnny, you better check with the union before you change their work. Hey, Dave. How are you, Dave? Johnny's bringing the union. Johnny's going to have the picket line going on down the road here. All right, we're going to... I'm going to just... I'll leave it there. What we can do is we can go back to play for a bit. Finding a steam train... I always struggle with finding the steam train I want. I like to move into the diesel era. But it's nice to have some steam as well they're going. Right, you do... At the beginning of the 20th century, stocks of high-quality coal were running low. This locomotive was designed on such a way that it could also... be operated with inferior coal. That sounds like me. I think we're going to run the Class S, okay? We're going to run you. We are going to go with... What tankers have I got in here? Ooh, I've got this one at 18. I just have a feeling... It's always best to use the bigger one. I'm probably going to need 2 of these, but I want them at 2 at 200. But so here's the problem. They're going to be good at taking a lot of refined down. They're not going to be taking a whole heap of fuel back to Midpoint. You almost need like... I've also got a plan for the fact that we can bring oil from there. 400 out of there. 400 out of there, which means... 400 out of there. I'm honestly thinking I might use these tank cars. They're a little bit lighter too. 115. They're a lot cheaper to run. They have 3 less. Capacity 135. No. Because if I have maybe 2 of these running at about 180. Set them on midpoint. Let's do it. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll get the one out and I'll get the one down the other end, and then we'll let the other one, we'll release the Kraken, as they say. Give us a whistle. It's a nice looking locomotive. I kind of like it because it's a lot of imperfections in here. The way it's welded up reminds me of old Navy ships. You know, it's got the old, like, it looks like this is what old Navy ships look like when they're welded up, like a lot like this. Brilliant. Except they're not green. They're like a grey or a blue or a. Actually, did you know each nation has? Did you know this? Each nation's navy has different color ships. Did you know that? I bet no one knew that. All right, buddy, you're gonna hold out there for a sec. Whoa, BB, back the truck up. Just back up a little bit, please, for me. You know what I haven't done? Oh, you can't back up. Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You just hang tight there for a sec. When we get this next train out, although we've got crude waiting here already, which is brilliant. 52 shades of navy. Alright, let me go. 52. Can you go? 52 shades of navy. All right, you're at 137. Let's see how you go now. All right. Let's do a little track ride here. I'm just going to sort the dog out for a sec. Let's do this track ride. And, now that's a... Actually, I was going to say that's a book I would read, but no. No, I don't want... I experienced the Navy for enough years. I don't need to read about 52 Shades of Navy. Thank you. All right, I'll be back in a sec. Enjoy this track ride while I just sort out the dog. 52 bloody Shades of Navy. You got to be kidding me. What did I miss? What did I miss? Ugh. Oh, we're coming through the freight section. Brilliant. Love it. Put my stream hat on too. The light gets a bit bright. This is it, do. Steven's saying I missed a lot of weeds. We're not up to weeding yet, mate. Weeding comes last, okay? Weeding comes last. It is on the priority of things to do. Track right at the top. Weeds down the bottom. Decoration somewhere in between there. Alright, now I'm thinking 3 trains. But that's stretching it. 2's probably pushing it. We're just going to have to do some refinements anyway. Is that bridge over there got a crooky crook? Is that bridge over there straight or is it crooked? What the heck is going on with that thing? Or is it on a... Is it because it's on an angle? I think because it's on an angle. All right. So we're about to land in here. Which means that this is going to get a beef up. A Billy beef up. $3.3 squillion bajillions. Brilliant. And even better, which means here, I'm going to, because we're going to, wait, hey, whoa, buddy. Hey, yeah, what's going on here? I did not tell you to go through that signal, did I? After Grandview East, might. Yeah. Well, no, you go back that way. Also, what's happened to my reversing mod? Stop everything. Okay, well, this is good because I'm going to take Sandbox off as well. Sandbox. For those that came late, we used Sandbox to move a timber place down lower here. I want that. What's happened to my reverse? Always force reverse. Yeah. Okay, so it was on. What's going on? Why are you flipping? Why are you flipping and flopping? Flipping and flopping. Put a one-way signal at that loop. That'll fix it. Nah, just tell them to go through the... There are multiple ways to do it, right? Put a one-way signal, do this, do that. I could do that. I'm not going to go back and do it. We'll do it next time. That's your OCD, Stephen, I think. That's your OCD kicking in. You're like, Ham, put the friggin' one-way signal there. For me, I'm just like, nah, get it, whatever. Just go through that signal, mate. See that signal, buddy? This would be me talking to the train driver. Stephen would put in a sign, so the train driver just goes, oh, one way. Yeah, no worries. Ham goes, hey, buddy, see that signal there? You go through that signal that way. Don't make that mistake ever again. That's it. No waypoint needed. You're talking about these ones, yeah? You're talking about these ones. There you go. I'll put it in for you. Okay, so this train here, he's got... No! What? Oh, no. Thank God. I thought he did a flip-flop. No, you're okay. You just carry on about your day. Right, so already I can tell... Well, I can't tell, actually, because... Let's crank these up again, just to see what we're dealing with here. Now, eventually what we're going to be seeing here... We're going to need to start see. Oh, wait. Did I tell them to stop off in town? Remember when I said do things? Yeah, I didn't tell them to stop off in town. So this is kind of redundant. Man, what have you been doing, buddy? All right. Too many signals, too many one-ways. Grandview signal. Can you stop off in at town here, please? Yeah, good. What are you doing? What the heck are you doing? Midpoint. You stop off there, then you go Midpoint North. You come back around. Yeah, through your waypoint. Go Grandview East. Yeah. That's you got it. You'll be fine, buddy. You'll be fine. Just in here, I'm going to tell that manage the line. Just to say in here, please. At Midpoint, they're only dropping off. You're not picking anything up, so that's your stop time. Did it just rattle through the station? Okay, where is Gary driving this train? All right, let's keep an eye on you, buddy. Keeping an eye on this too. Let's keep an eye on you just to make sure you're heading for. You should be heading for Midpoint. Okay, you're heading for Midpoint. Make sure you stop there. Okay, good. Right, we got it. Which means that over here, now this is better. Our consumers should be Midpoint. Brilliant. You love to see it. And we've got some fuel hitting the deck down here finally. Hooray. I did it the hard way. All right, and now we've got 180 being put on the deck here, so that's even better. Right, which means these will now run full. Things are peachy keen. All right, that's what we wanted. It's almost like I knew it wanted a 180. That's what you get for changing work without informing the union. No, Johnny, get your union out of here. Get your friggin' union out of here. Hot off the press. Johnny strikes again. Union inbound. All right. While we let the monies build up so we can build our porticles, because we're going to also, I want to see how this bed's in now. I want to get to 55. I'm going to, Johnny's cheap accommodation. These guys living on the edge. We're going to retain up their walls just in here while we wait. Before we head over and we can clean up a lot of this mess down in here. So for those that are late today, I started retaining these little cutout sections that we're in and around town, so you get this kind of look. The one thing I will add to this is, oh, sorry about the camera work. It's not my fault. I will add, and then we can go back and build some more stuff, yeah? However, I want the old post billboards. Now, these are brilliant, right? So I'm actually going to throw a billboard up here from the 30s, because what I want to establish here, I want to establish like the fact that no one's been down here for 20 odd years and replaced the signs. Let's go. What about these swan matches? Okay. The thing with these though is they need to be boosted mega. Look at these. You get these great billboards. You know, you could chuck them here, but I think if we crank you up, it would be really good to have you like that. So we might have to just take the height down. And that doesn't really help us though, does it? There we go. Something like that. Oh, and that old sign will just be there forever. You know, it's been there from the 30s and no one's ever gone down and changed it. It'd be really good to have a faded kind of version of it. Down in here, we'll do something similar, but we'll do something more modern. We'll do something like from the 50s, like Cadbury Fruit and Nut. Well, that's the 60s. National insurance. Who doesn't want to know about their national insurance? We could probably actually, in all honesty, put these along the wall. Right, like that. So you get these really cool sort of, we can go some from like the 40s. Here we go. Rail industry. Look at this. Look at this great one. Something that no one cares about, the rail industry. No one could care to read. I shouldn't say not care about, care to read. It'd be better to have it down here. Transport Act. This, Johnny, this will be you guys. The Transport Act of 1947. Okay, we'll chuck it on this building here. Chuck it on this building over here. You got to look out for that Transport Act of 1947, okay? It'll get you. It's a doozy, that act. And we'll throw it on there. Oh, the old Transport Act. All right, anyway. So you get it. We can throw. I can throw in more decorative stuff like that in my own time. For the time being here, I'm going to quickly wallop this up and just to show you how I do it. Basically, there's a great walls mod in here. I've used it before. We're going to utilize that one. It's similar to that one. It's not the same. It's similar. I'm not going to go with that. I did max everything out though on those other ones. So I don't think we need to do that. I think that's a fairly decent size. On this one, we'll go like that here. Right, so all I do is I take that. What height did I go through on that? Did I just marry up? No, I went slightly higher than the tunnel itself, which I don't mind. But this one will go the same height with the tunnel, with the brick. Okay, and I can keep this fairly, for a lot of this one. The other one I had to put a lot of curves in it. I can show you how the curves work. Basically, we just take this and we just get the shorter walls and we bring it up. And all we do is we edge it around slightly. And then we actually do it again, but halfway. Because behind the wall doesn't really count because you're not going to see it. Right? And you can, what you end up doing is establishing yourself a nice curve, which is what you kind of need to get the rest of the wall in. Right? We can just go with that. And in fact, I'm just going to finish it off like that and get another little down. Get it around about there. Like that. Oops, we're a bit laggy. And that's how you get your sort of curved walls through there. Right? You hobbit into Buggy Citizen. Hey, BC, I watched a video. Actually, I watched it because I was up at 6 this morning and the video came up. It said why I've deleted my Star Citizen account. And it's a Twitch player that have been playing. And for all the reasons you're saying as well, just the direction, how long it's taking things to happen. $1,500 account, just deleted it. Absolutely just took his $1,500 and burnt it. Trying to send a message to CIG. Just not happy with it, not happy with the direction. I'm not at that. I'm not at that level yet. But I completely understand why people are unhappy. But I'm willing to just hold out. I think Cyber would kill you. Yeah. I'm not willing to do that. I still enjoy the game, and I'm still excited for what it can be. So I'm not willing to give up on it yet. You know. But yes, you might have to come and crash on my couch, buddy, if that's the case. Right, and this one here, we're simply going to do the same, but in reverse. This one here, it's good to use the shorter walls because you're working on the inside of the track right now, right? So we go like this. Right, so we get a shorter wall. We get the two. To get a bit of a curve, you might have to just have a little bit of patience. Get your curve with the shorter walls here. but you will get it. And you can get a really nice looking curvy wall there. It's patience about this one. Right, and then we can just get our... Probably the 10 would fit there. Thanks, buddy. Then we just get you lined up in there. And I probably could have put another wall in there, to be honest. Okay, now we can go with the 8, I think. That's got me feeling a bit better about that. Right. Voila. And that's how you get your cut section retaining walls with a nice curby bros. And then all I do is I get my favorite retainer. Hey, look, there's that retaining wall, by the way. Also I haven't played with this one yet, but I'm excited to. And that probably would have worked really well. So you could just use that. But I like the brick. I'm going for the brick look, and so I'm sticking with it. I then get the timber because I like using the timber. This one I'm less concerned about curves on this one because it's up higher. Less concerned about the curves. It can be a little more straight edge. We can go like that. I can get maybe 6 height on that. Especially this tunnel lends itself to being... where are you, buddy? You got to be careful though because you can get hitched on the actual... If I actually come from this way... I wonder if I'm better off going across that way first. And I have a feeling I will be. Okay. This time, I'm actually going to do it from about there. About there. And then I'm actually going to go another tier like that. I'm going to double tier this one. What's your height over here, buddy? Buddy guy. Yeah, that's not too bad. I can deal with that. I'm gonna need you to spin for me. Damn it. Damn it. Damn you, track. Okay, so I know that the other side was about this height. Come up for me, Ham. About there, and then we're looking at about... Well, I'm going to go with the road height, to be honest, so just under the road, which means I can... I'll leave that. That's acceptable. That'll be acceptable. And then what I'm going to do here... Actually, you can come down a little bit. Yeah, you're a bit off. You're a bit crook. You can come down. And then all you do is you hide your indiscretions with plants. Okay. When in doubt, plant it out. Okay. In fact, that can come through. You can just make that a 20 like that, because the plants will hide most of that. So what I'm doing don't worry about the stuff on the outside. Think of it like I'm framing up the concrete. The outside doesn't matter. It's the inside we're concerned with here. We're going for the inside look here. That's actually lined that up a lot. I'm a lot happier about that. And then therefore, this little step retain that we put in here. Right, we'll go like that. I'm actually going to, whoa. I'm actually going to bring you around like that. I'm actually going to I'll leave that for plants, I think. That'll be fine. I'll leave a gap there for some plant. Yeah. Oh boy, I think the pain meds are still leaving my system. They make me feel sick still. It's a horrible feeling. Do any of you take opioids or painkillers on a regular basis? Because occasionally I have to take them and they're horrendous. Just horrendous. Does anyone have to do that? Johnny, I know you kind of don't. You deal with it. You're quite lucky the way you get to deal with it, but yeah, it's quite horrendous. See if C will stop the snapping. No, well, they've always snapped, yeah. Yeah, okay. C stops, Stephen. Where it never used to, right? But the trouble is now I've got to hold C while I try and do N, and then while I try and hold Shift. So now I have to go Shift, C, M, exclamation mark. So I've got to use all 5 fingers now to do that. Shift, C. I can't even get my fingers across that far. M. This is ridiculous. There's got to be a way to toggle it, surely. Is there a way to toggle it? This is hard. That's way too hard. That's way too fiddly. Way too fiddly for what I want to do. I'll just stick to what I know. I mean, it'd be better if you did it with that. Yeah, my fingers don't quite work like that. That's why you got 2 hands. Then what do I do with the mouse? No, that's ridiculous. That's it's good. I'm glad they added it, but maybe the key needs to be a rebound, I think. Right. Anyway, we're done with that. It's too hard doing it that way. I've got to go Shift C M and then also comma and full stop. That's crazy. It's crazy. Crazy, man. All right, let's get in. Let's just get in a lot of this stuff and hide all our. That's a bit big. Start hiding a lot of this stuff. So the cool thing about this, right, is you can have trees just doing stuff like this, because what it does is it starts to build this creepy vine sort of, not creepy like I'm Johnny standing in Dan's field. I'm looking in your window, creep. No, creepy is in it's creeping down the side of the. You get what I mean? Shut up. Yeah, you get what I mean. Everyone, shut up. Right, you get what I mean. They've got a front door there. You shouldn't have your front door there. That seems like a stupid place to have it. That's not my problem. Can I have you on random rotate too, please? Brilliant, good. And then what I'd like to do is I like to get the... wait, I'll get in all these ones first because these ones are right here. And then what I'll do is I'll get in the... I'll get in the bulkier trees that I like to use, but I'm just getting in the filler trees at the moment. Filler in the house. Okay, put in all the filler ones. Okay. Sure, I'll take you. That didn't necessarily work then, how I wanted you to. I'll get you like that. I'll get a shot of you. Yeah, I didn't like you. I didn't like you, okay? Right, now it's time to get in some... Actually, give me a little bit more there. Time to get in... Right, they're nice and creeping around. We get the other tree lots over here, these ones, and they have the orange tree and stuff. Now, the orange trees and the lemon trees and stuff are really good bushy fillers with some nice colour. Right. Yeah, they're on random. They've got some, and they just start to fill out this area a little bit more. Get me the, there's this one's got some pink flowers in it, which is not bad. In fact, I'm going to garden this hole up and just pretend you don't even have a door. How's that sound? Sounds great. Let's just zoom from here. Okay. That one there. Yeah, you're okay. You're not really going to be seen much there, I don't think. So I'll wallop you all over that. Nice and thick. Right, now the trees come out onto the footpath a little bit. Not my bother. That's council's problem. Orange tree, banana tree, peach tree. Here we go. Peach tree. Right, we start to fill in there. And that's sort of your lot as you sort of come in and around. That's how I sort of do the open cuts in this section anyway. Right, look at that as he rattles through right now, and that's my two. Wow, from up above you can see it. From down here you can't. I could probably hide that with a bit of tree, couldn't I? Oh, the other thing I did over this one, which actually added a good texture, was throwing some of these in. These Chinese fan palms are actually really good for that. You can see they just add a little bit different leaf on there. Can I get, though... Yeah, give me that mangrove one there, because that mangrove one's got really good coverage straight over the top of that. Like so. Yep, that's it. That's kind of your lot. Give me that. Give me that. I'm just going to fill all that in with the regular game trees now, like that. And you get some nice, really kind of downtown green spaces. Right? Get all these green spaces in and around the homes. This is all got to be decorated still out here, but yeah, you get it, right? You get it, got it good? This is actually a bit more industrial through here, right? Actually, that's quite good. That's what I was hoping. I was hoping there would be some homes that would build here. So you've actually done me a favor by building there. I was actually banking on them building across that little section. Hey, Neon. How are you? Are you going into Bug Citizen too? Yeah, so that's open cut 2 section done. So now we've got 1 and 2. This section down here is going to be, I'm probably not going to be doing as much, to be honest. In fact, I'll probably leave it just banked, and maybe we'll just do something like this where we just throw in a heap of paint and weed it and fence it, right? Because it's a little bit more outskirts of town. So what I'd be more inclined to do is throw a lot of this stuff in. Make the banks look a little bit more weedy in and around there. Like no one's built in down here. And then maybe throw in a little bit of color. Take that strength back a little bit again. Right. And that's that. As you rattle through here. Maybe just throw a fence up. So people don't run onto the tracks. Don't do it. In fact, this will be good. Let's check this one out. Do you have the ability to turn off terrain deformation? Yes. Give me that. How low can you go? Okay. This is not bad. This is not a bad mod, this one. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Bug citizen. When bugs attack, will you be there to stop them? Too long. Just right. Okay. Nice. Okay, there we go. No prison fences. Stephen, when did the update vid come out? Was that supposed to come out tonight or is it tomorrow? Hey, Wingless, how are you, friendo? Tonight or tomorrow? Wait, what's today? Today's Wednesday. I thought it was Wednesday. Yeah, so out Wednesday. Down in here, I guess there doesn't need to be. It just feels a bit barren. That fence doesn't feel right, does it? It's almost like we need some prison fence down here. You know, it's almost like we need prison fence on top of it to stop the riffraff getting in. Prison fans. Amy's favorite. I feel like it was just missing something on top of that wall. Cool. That's it. That's it. That's your lot down here. I'm getting really stuttery. I don't know why. And then that's your lot up here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just take down geometry to medium. It's going to help us out drastically. Yeah, okay, cool. Is Tuesday there? I know. I just, yeah, it doesn't bother me. I'll just catch up with the episode after. All right. So how are we doing down here now? Now that we've been going for a little bit, there's 146 on the deck there. These guys are making okay money. You're about to come in You're all going back already? Right, they seem to be quite squashed up. Right, let's just follow this along a little bit. We're in April, by the way, of 55. So we're going to hold out there in 55 just for a little bit. Let's just see how this goes. The city's growing down here, by the way. We also need to figure out if we have enough trucks on this line. So this is what we're doing. We're coming back now that we've done the decoration. I did the decoration so I could let the line bed in and now go back and see what we need to do to refine it. Right, so you're picking up 70 of that. That's not too bad. You guys have 59, 60 on the deck. I wonder if that's at all times. So what I want to do is I want to keep you up. You got 164 there. Your consumption is 800 because you've hit level 2. These trucks are taking maximum. This line, by the way, we've turned this line around. Didn't we turn that line around? Hey, holy moly. Money's rocking on a roll. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to repay all of that loan right now. Okay, so you got down to about 80, by the way. Oh boy, it's a good feeling paying off your loans. I wouldn't know. I've still got a mortgage over my head. Forever. Right, so that line, we know that line's doing well. What I need to establish here. Actually, no, I want to keep you up, please, because I want to know if you've got over plus 60, we can get a couple more trucks on there. You guys are making all right money. You only got 4 trucks on there. I'm going to leave the 4 trucks on that for the moment. This one here. All right, so let's get a couple more trucks on this line. And when I mean a couple of more trucks, I literally mean just 2. Do we have any truck upgrades? No. All right, so the extra trucks here. When you come into here, that's now got a 30 seconds, 160. Let's see how that goes. It's starting to bring that down now. Yeah, that's better. Okay, that's good. Starting to bring that number back down just so we can try and maximize how much we're going to get up here. So we can get this guy going. All right, the shipment needs to sort of increase. All right, so midpoint here, looking pretty good. Use shift when I make a payment. Hopefully we won't be making it anymore. Okay. Good tip though. Good tip. Right, so we're done down here. I need to decorate that stuff up, but now that we've got a good income coming in, I want to come back here and rinse the budget. You know I like to rinse the budget. So let's get this built in, and then we can get the land moved in and around it. I kind of want you to come from there. Actually, yeah, because that's what that's going to do. It's going to give me my... It's going to give me my section I want here at the right. Yes, that's what I wanted there. Okay, let's get you established over to here. You're not quite the length I wanted you to be. Tell me wonder, wonder, wonder. I kind of want you back this way in line here. And that's fine. The trouble is we're maxed out of our length over here, which is fine. I can bring the land in and around you there. But what I don't like is that gap in that corner. Right, so that's how that's going to sit. Which will give us enough room for our ships to come in. I'm building a VanHam. Wait, Liz. That was a good one. You also missed a joke from earlier where I was talking about how each navy uses a different color on its ships. And Stephen made a cracker. 52 shades of navy. That was a good one. Really enjoyed that. I'm going to put like a lighthouse. I'm going to decorate that up to have like a lighthouse down here, I think. Right. Herein lies a bit of trouble. I can get a building there. I can get a warehouse there. I can get another one off that. Yeah, I want you facing that way if I can, please. Tell me wonder. Yeah, maybe I won't put a lighthouse. I kind of want to. A VanHam. That was a cracker. Well played. Well played. Okay, so that's fine there. Yeah, we're going to have to play this really smart down along the front here. So the dock's at the front. That's our connection point down here. Little bit trickier than I thought because we just run out of length. At the back. Okay, now I'm going to square this off though. I'm going to square it off like this. Yep. So we've got some small ships there. Small ships. We'll have some big ships out here. I would probably prefer them to sit off that though, that way. I'll leave that pier just there like that. Will I? No, it's too far out. I'll leave it. There's plenty of... Yeah, well, I could sit one here though, couldn't I? You know what? That'll be fine there. Yeah, okay. That looks a little bit more presentable. Okay. This is where the cost is going to come into play. All right, so give me my square tool here, please. There will be a road there. there will not be there. I don't necessarily need to fill this in, but I want to purely because we have to floating docks otherwise, and I don't really want that. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and probably, no, because we're going to have the train station coming down here, so it's fine. That'll be fine. I should put the landings on first, shouldn't I? Is there a mod for a swing bridge? There's a mod for a bridge that, raises, if that's what you're talking about, so you can get tall ships through. If that's the mod you're talking about, Johnny. Oh, you talking about, I know the swing bridge mod. Yeah. No. Yeah, I think I've used it. I think I have. Before I do this, I really should be putting my landings in. Yeah, that's why. Because now I've done that. I'm going to have a landing there and there. Look, I don't possibly need a lot of landings. Like, I don't know how much shipping I'm expecting to come down in here. I don't think we need that many landings. That gives me 4 large ship for the moment. I can take that terrain back a little bit further. But I don't, like I said, I don't think I need that many for the moment. And I can clean up the rest of that stuff later. That's fine. What I do want to, but that's going to work. That's going to be really nice and work really nicely for us. I'm going to get you all down in here because what we'll have to do is at some point, be careful of that as well, Ham. At some point down here, we're going to have a rail. We're going to have a rail. Yes. English words, Ham, speak. Good. We're going to have a rail, apparently. What's wrong with me? Don't answer that. Anyone. A rail will sit here, potentially. Or, I mean, it doesn't have to sit right on the port. It's just nice when it does. Like, isn't it? Seriously. And when you think about that rail has to come down and get into here somehow. It doesn't, it can come from another way. It can, from a distance. Look, in a perfect world, that's where I'd want that, like there. It's not gonna, it's quite tight into that spot. Like if I have it there, we have to figure out how we'd get the rail down. Firstly, it'll have to come down and into the port. So here's an option. It comes up and around. Tucks underneath and heads back on the side that it's on. So that works for me. Comes down and then comes down, around and in, and then back out and up this way. Or all the trains come in one direction and they have to go out, turn around and go back, which is not a bad idea. Because then we could have a lot of like lines down here in this space and the trains are just backing out there and heading off in their direction again. So either way, we can put this in here. It will work. It will do everything we want it to do. I can even go ahead and potentially... I just get you to come down ever so slightly so you're the same height, please. Right, that's where it would be there. You're gonna fire up some Transport Fever 2 tomorrow. It's nice when you can watch a game and go, man, I miss playing that game. I want to play that again. And then you're like, I want to try some mods. I want to try some different things. Or like you might see a content creator that you like watching and they try something and you're like, I want to give that a go too. See if I can do it better. Because quite often, more than not, you guys out there watching do it better. You know? I'm just ham and I just have some loopy ideas sometimes. So I try them because I like them. Right, and then I can bring all that level down to this level. In terms of getting this here connected to that, I can probably get a building. Now, here's a novel idea. No, it's not a novel idea. It's a stupid idea. It's a stupid idea. I was going to put one on the end here, but it ends up blocking off the whole. See how it blocks off the whole section. Really would love it so it doesn't block off the whole section. Like if I said to you, hey, buddy, just give me a couple of bits of track here. And then I said to you, give me this. That's all I want, you know? And in fact, if I just put, can we just do the proper tracks? If I say to you instead, yeah, I will configure this so it works for us. I just find these tracks look so much cleaner. What tracks do you all use? Like, what's your go-to track? I know, Stephen, you've got that nice dark ballasty one that we've been using. Is that your go-to, do you think, always? Like, if you preferred a track, would that be the one? What does everyone prefer in their tracks? Because I don't like the vanilla tracks, I'll be honest. I don't like the vanilla tracks. That's a thing. That's a friggin' thing. That's a friggin' thing. I'm not going to put them at the other end. I'm going to leave them at this end. That's a damn friggin' thing. The only trouble is now, can I do this thing? But I'll be able to build it anyway, won't I? Look, you'll take it from there. Take it from me, okay? Just take it from me. Just take it from me. Okay. I think I'm just going to build that and build anyway. Nah, I'm not going to just build anyway. I thought I was, but I'm not. It doesn't matter because either way I've got connection. So suck it, game. Yeah, I'm more inclined to probably leave you like that, to be honest. I will build that anyway. I don't think you need to be ramped up, but I'll leave it. No, not with real ones, like these ones. You like the concrete sleepers? I like the concrete sleepers too. Near ports, you use rail only with concrete base. I don't know if I have any of those. I know what you mean, though. Look here. Here's some that we used in the last series, right? When it came to, maybe I didn't. Oh yeah, we use these quayside, right? We use these. We use these quaysides in the last series, so I kind of wanted to steer away from them for this one, right? So we use these ones. These were really good. I kind of wanted to steer away from these in this series. Even though I have them in. I have them in just in case. Just in caseies, if that makes sense. Right, that's talking to that, which is talking to that. So that's all I needed that to do. I just needed that to talk to the station. Yep. You got it. Hey, Chris, how are you, friendo? Is this USA trains you're doing? I'm using a collection, like a mix, buddy. I'm using everything. I want a selection of everything. I hate being restricted. I'm not a purist. I don't play as a purist. I want a smorgasbord of everything so I like to decorate and build and put some cool stuff in. So yeah, so I'm not just USA, but I have the USA ones in. Yeah. How are we doing down here? Smorgasbord. These I think these will work. One more truck would probably be fine. I don't think we need to though. Maybe they would be fine. Okay. So then on this side's a little more straightforward, right? And in fact, we're going to go with, well, we haven't used this yet for one simple reason. It's because I've had nowhere to use it. But I will be putting this in down here. Will I? Yeah, I will. Just got to figure out how I want it to go in. Okay, I've got to get the road in first. Oh, we need to get the land leveled to it. Come on, game. Sort it out. That'll do me for the moment. That'll get me what I want. So we're putting a ring road style all the way around. Seriously. Right, ring road it around. I could, well, I've got connection here as well, so that's fine. Okay, just like that. I hate how I'm just going to build you anyway, because I really hate that it gets upset with a little bit of dirt on the side. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and put my truck station in. And you're not going to fit because of that road, are you? Just a little bit too close. If I could move that over, I can get what I want. Do it right the first time, do we think? Do it right the first time, Ham. Damn it, I just put all those roads in. I should have measured it out. Measure once, cut twice. No, don't do that. That's what I've done, but it should be measured twice, cut once, right? But I've measured once, and now I'm having to cut twice. I think we come over 2 and give myself some breathing space. In fact, I'm going to get the car park in now, and then I'm going to get in what I want. So you're going to fit there. Brilliant. Then I'm going to configure this again. I'm going to get the cargo terminal in. No, because I want a road up there. That's fine. That'll go there. Okay. Measure once, cut 50 times. Welcome to Ham. Plays Transport Fever 2. Okay, so that's how we're going to go there. Streets, we're going to go like that. Bring me this back around, please. As far as you can to there. Groovy. I'm going to build that anyway because I hate that. And then I'll continue that stuff on later. No, I don't want the curve game. All right. Just don't put the curve in anyway, please. And did you do it because of that road? No, you're okay now. Okay, now you're okay. All right, we got what we wanted. And I can actually squeeze in a proper truck stop in here, which I want to do, which is actually pretty good. Actually, we could put one of these in as well. I don't want to. I just want one of these. Although, we could just get this in down here, couldn't we? Okay, yeah, that's kind of how that layout will go anyway for that time being. So that's our port coming together down here. We might even be able to put in a rail yard down by the water then. So we could actually potentially have a nice big rail yard down here, seeing as the land's not really doing much else. And so these would be like this. Right, so they'd just be like that along there. Oh, thanks for putting catenaries in, by the way. Damn it, I should have sorted that out. Right. So that all comes out that way. Sorry, I've been gone for just over 1.5 hours and I don't have a note. Oops, Dan, you need to go back now and get a friggin' note. Look at all this weeding, Stephen. Look at all these catenaries as well. God. Get off my port. Yeah, the concrete would be nice down here, but what we can do, because this is... this is not Sparta, but because this... When all's is said and done down here, we can just concrete it to the 9, you know. And even though the tracks aren't concrete sleepers, the concrete sleepers would look really good down here. The more I think about it, when you said that, the more I think about it, I'm like, yeah, it really would. You know, but at least we can just paint in this whole docks area. Right? And you start to get a sense down here of what it can look like. and what we're trying to get down here. And then we just get our broken one. Is this our broken one? Our blotchy? Some of that down here. It doesn't have to be, because you don't want everything to be perfect. That tree can go out. I mean, I'm doing a lot of this prematurely, probably. Right, see that? A lot of that broken concrete. And then the gravel one, like I think I mentioned the gravel one earlier. You get a really light speckle of gravel in there. It's not really working for me, that one. Just sprinkled in and around that crack stuff. Brilliant. All right, and then we can get ourselves a nice... Anyway, you get the idea down here. You get it? You want to see the rail loop to the other side? Lol. Well, I bet that's what I wanted. I want the did want rail to come up and around here, yeah? Right, so I did say that. Okay, so about there we're looking. Right. Now for this one, I said I only wanted 2. I could probably use something like this. Yeah, that'd be no good. Yeah, we could probably use something like that. Right. See, they all talk, so that's good. Everything talks. We got a nice truck stop down in the middle here with the potential to put more truck stops in, decorate and stuff. This port's going to come along nicely. What you wanted to see, Stephen, was this here. Go around to there, yeah? Is that what you need? Do you need to visually see this? You need to visually see it happen now. We can make it happen now, visually, just for you. Is there a way I'm going to be able to sneak that over there? Probably not. Unless I got it to come in like that. Now, the game's like, you can't have that. And Ham's like, why can't I have that? Because you're doing funky stuff here. That's a no-brainer, because that literally to me just says, put a bit of bridge there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You wouldn't really use steel there. You'd have something more like stone related, surely. Or concrete. I need to get some concrete bridges. Bridge pillar collision. That's kind of how I would do it. If that's what you mean. Yeah. So, look, this is only rough. I would probably do something better and maybe line that up so it comes in a little bit better as well. There's nothing to say I can't take it straight from here, though, is there? Like, straight out that way. So I can get a nice, even loop. So it would be a basic, get that lined up. Maybe come up slightly. No, because then we won't fit under there. Just see how that goes for a sec. In fact, that's even better. That works even better for us. We can just chuck in something like that. It's quite low. You know what? Water still passes through there. We don't need the ships to go through here. I don't need the ships to do it. That's how I would do it. That's how I would do it. Dan says, so Rocket got stung by a wasp today for the first time. I think it happened a few times. He came running inside, stopping to lick and bite himself, and he just couldn't stay still. Oh, I know when they get like that. The poor guy was freaking out and panting like crazy. I finally managed to get him into the room and calm him down. He's all good now, though. Lucky because some animals can have a really adverse effect when it comes to wasps and stuff. Like, because wasps can kill people. You know, people can have an allergic reaction that way. It's still a little bit of a wobble there, but that's okay. You get what I mean? I'm not going to spend any more money on that. And so the trains can come in from out of town. They can also come around here. And then, look, there's nothing to say we can't get them turned back around and sent back out either. We got a lot to play with there in terms of that. We got a lot of we got a lot of cool maneuverability and cool stuff we can do here when it comes to this port. Yeah, we really do. I think it's going to come along really nicely. So, because, like I said, for those that missed it earlier, Kings Island and Baxter Beach are really going to benefit from these, and so are future exports and import commodities when they come down into this port. Namely, the first stop is going to be Copperhead. Okay, Copperhead's going to be the first spot. And I know I could just put a rail bridge straight across here, but if we don't have to, if we can use ships, it's nice to use ships and train. The other thing is, though, there's also nothing to say that we can't eventually send a line from Grandview maybe up into Backwater Bay, and that can be like a connection. But I mean, I like the idea of this corner being separated, only accessible by ships. You kept an eye on him and found you found the wasps by their food bowls. So yeah, so that makes sense, right? Do you I mean, we got mud wasps and everything all the time that hang around at home that we just spray, or you can actually, yeah, we used to spray them. They usually just drop off and go, how are you doing, buddy? These are making good money. Right. The thing we haven't done is we didn't fix up this passenger line, right? God's sake. There's people waiting here. Why are there people waiting here? So I think what we do, it's about time. Now, point to points just run perfectly. However, I think we've run multiple trains up and down the line, and we do away with the turnaround out here. So we're going to run 178 there. You got 62 there, but you might have just done a pickup and you got a heap there. What say yeah, right, Stephen? Exactly. I mean, I've done similar ports to this. Like Lonely Pines, I did a similar thing years ago, sort of ish. Not like this, but I've I've always had this in the back pocket to be able to do this. We'll get to it though. Like it's only just basically in there. Like I said earlier, we don't have any use for it at the moment. We kind of do when it comes to feeding. What we haven't got to today, which I wanted to get to, which we're going to get to next time, is just for those. We've got to get all this timber that we worked on, these two timber forests. Sorry, these forests. So this Grandview forest was sitting up here. All we did, we moved it down here so we could build a nice forestry section, right? And then we're going to send that timber up the line, get it turned into sawn boards, get those boards to the tools factory, turn them into tools, and then we can start distributing to Kings Island, Baxter Beach, Midpoint, and Grandview. Okay, so this tools factory is going to have a lot working for it, but it should be able to do it. So we didn't get back to that today, but I want to get this passenger line. I want to get some steam trains on this passenger line. I want to get about 3 steam trains on it, maybe 2 to 3. We're going to do away with this turnaround. To do this line, all we have to do is take one line and convert it. So Baxter Midpoint train service. And in fact, do we want to call this the Southeast train service? I think we'll call it Southeast Main Line. So this is now going to be called the Southeast Main Line. PAX. Okay, that's that. Manage that line. That line. I'm going to pause things here. Yeah, because it's still doing its turnarounds here because we don't have Kings Island up yet, and we don't have it looping. Eventually, the main line will loop. So I think the best thing we can do is just take it all out. We're going to Southeast Main Line. That's fine. We're going to do away with. That's the bus service. We're going to do away with this line. Manage the vehicles. I'm going to get you sold. Manage the line. I'm going to get you shot. Southeast Main Line. Right. So now you're going to come up here. Then you're going to go through there because I haven't put a waypoint in. Then you're going to come back around. Pull into there, except can you not? Can you pull into one on? Pull in on one. And you're going to head up here. Into there. Before you then have to back out. Head back around. I'm going to have to double track some of that. Back into here. And then on your way back up. All right. And then we've got some double tracking to do. So we're double tracked all the way to here. And all this is subject to change anyway. As this port right grows, and we establish how we're going to get the train line to work in and around here, this main line might get a shift up, might get a mix up, might get a change up, might be integrated into it all. We will have to work that out and iron the kinks out as we get to it. Yeah, you're at a different height now, aren't you, buddy? I'm actually going to get you coming from this direction. Are you dipping there? Are you dipping, sir? Hmm. That might not be long enough. But, yeah, well, it'll be plenty long enough. Oh, yeah, that's a bit horrible, nasties. That's very horrible nasties. Okay. Good night, Dave. Signing off. Thank you for stopping by. Always love seeing you here. And I do take on board a lot of what you guys say in the comments. So on the episodes, because we'll go back to episodes soon, we'll keep periodically dropping in and doing these live streams. I like it because we can talk about stuff. We can get 3-ish hours in of doing stuff, which you can't normally do in an episode. And the best thing is I can talk to you guys about it. You guys, like Wingless comes in, good tips. Hit shift when you're selling your money. Stephen has great tips when it comes to doing a lot of the stuff. All you guys have really great ideas, and it's really good to hear them when I'm live streaming so we can collaborate. People can learn. I can learn more. It all helps, you know? So I like doing these live streams with Transport Fever too because I like the game and I enjoy doing these builds too. Enjoy doing these builds with everyone. So yeah, going forward. Right. Can we check that line now, please? Line comes in. Line comes in. Yep. I should really have that switched on that side, but that's okay. Then it comes back out. Can you just hold off there? There's a big block just here without, so I'll go there and then you back up into there. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, and so as for the train, because we still have a train running on this line, we're going to manage that vehicle and we're going to, I think next live stream, joy of streams, that instant feedback. It really is. It's really good because you guys can really give that good feedback. Not only that, but criticisms. I don't think you should do that, Ham. Try this. Okay, let's try that. Okay, manage the vehicle. We're doing that. I think next time, hey, Fury, are you off doing the runs, Fury? I mean, you don't have the runs. Are you off and running? Stream's going okay. Stream's going good. Thanks, mate. We're going to put some steamers back on this. I need something that's fairly speedy. I need something rapido. And I also need something cheap. Cheap and rapido. Give me the cheapest thing you've got, which goes the fastest. Something over 100 clickety clacks would be nice. The SU is kind of where it's at, isn't it? I don't want it. The A3. Oh, here we go. The A3. The 3.5. Firstly, fast steam locator of the Jura Simplon and the Gothard Railway for passenger traffic. This, ladies and gentlemen, sounds like the perfect train for us. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. This is brilliant. Okay. We're going to go with 115. Commissions. Yeah, good. I like this train. This is a nice train. I rarely use it, I don't think either. Okay, passenger. It's almost on the out too, so it might become a bit of a legacy train going forward. Right, we need something that does just 100 like this. The Ergorov. Anything else that does just 100? That. Is the Suburban here? Your years were 1900 to 1960. So I have a feeling that this passenger wagon here, this passenger wagon kind of suits what we want, but I don't like the orange. You just got home 22 miles tonight. Poured the whole time. So you would have been soaked. Nothing like a bit of weights training while you run, Fury. A bit of resistance training while you're running, mate. Luckily, you didn't slip over and hurt yourself, mate. So I'm thinking capacities of 57, 2 of. Capacity of 57, 2 of. Maybe we can go to 76. I don't like the orange though. So I'm going to color them up. Do you know what I like? I had to go at using controller the other day, right? On Transport Fever 2. I had to go at using controller because you can use mouse as well. Completely different layout on your screen. If you've never used controller on PC, try it out, give it a go. There's a section that's brilliant. And I might shoot myself in the foot here. I'll get these up and running first and just see. Let's see if the gray is where it's at. I'm going to modify you for that. I'm also going to duplicate you. Now, when it comes to these trains, right? Now, I know, and here's the thing about it, right, with the console. I know this is where you can come and you can edit stuff and whatever. On the console, and I say console version, but on the control pad console version of the game that you can play on PC, when you bring it up on here, you've got it's all different. You've got bars down the bottom here, and on them you can literally change the color of your trains on the fly if you don't like them. Via there, like there's a little tab there. Now I might be shooting myself in the foot here. I'm pretty sure this is the only place you can come in and edit your trains. Am I right? Unless we go to the train itself, details, color, you have to come into there to do it, right? You have to come in there to do it. But does that change the whole color of the whole train, or can you do the wagons as well? That's the trouble. So, but the brilliant thing is you have to go into menus, right? You have to go into menus to do it. The whole premise here, what I'm saying is when you just bring up the overview, down the bottom, it's laid out, nice, big, bold, white boxes laid out right there, change color, this, that. It's such a better UI, and I wish they'd implement that UI for PC. I know, I do. I've got, actually, speaking of my foot, I've got to go in for more surgery. So I've got some broken parts in my foot. I've got to get replaced. Oh yeah, thank you, Dan. Yeah, check out the Twitch. We're gonna be playing Mountain Blade Bannerlord 2 on the Kickback streams on Twitch. All right. Anyway, enough of that. Where's the new one that we just popped up? This one here, yeah. Okay, you're coming out of this. Yeah, that's actually okay. All right, gang. I don't know how these are going to go. They should go all right. Let's get you out of here, though. I like the grey much more. In fact, it suits the train a lot more. These are going to be great. Weeding. We're not up to weeding yet, though, Stephen. You know what? I will do this because I know I know your head is about to explode if I don't do it. No, I like to use the gravelly gravel. The gravelly gravel. Or is it? I like to use this one. I will weed this before we do any track rides. How does that sound? I can't have people's heads exploding on while we're watching. I can't be accountable for people's heads popping off. I haven't done it. We've still got to decorate all of this too. We didn't even get to that today. Much happier with down here though. Much happier. Luckily in through here should not be too bad. Yeah, I've done through there. That line, still probably going to get a change up at some point though, I think. All right. Done. Done some weeding. That's enough of that. Save our weeds. I know. There's gonna be two factions coming soon to Transport Fever 2. It's gonna be the weeds and the weedless. Which we need to get some shirts made up. Are you weedless or are you weedled? Weedle D or weedle don't. We'll get some shirts made up just for Steven. Team Weed. Oh no, there's a weed! Johnny's for the weeds, yeah. Did someone say weed? Did someone say weed? This has been enjoyable. I want to do more Transport Fever 2 streams. Oh my god! Look at all these weeds! Oh, that's it. We've got to leave some weeds. Okay, we got to leave some weeds for the weeders. Steven says, you guys are always licking on me about them. So time for payback. But then Steven corrected himself and said picking. But I happen to think that licking is a much better term used there. Hey, this looks better through here. This has come up really nice through here. Really happy with the cutout sections. Really happy with the cutout sections, how they've come up. There's our swans matches. Shut up. There's a weed. Don't you have a weed sprayer train? Yeah, exactly. Oh, Johnny, what a great mod that would be. A weed sprayer train. This is a brilliant train. This looks brilliant. I'm so glad we've got this beauty. Well, I'm not going to be able to see a thing there, am I? Let's get through the tunnel. Come on, get through the tunnel. This is a temporary turnaround, by the way. Where's the Foster? Oh, okay, these trains are way too... Okay, I'm going to have to get you to wait, buddy. You're going to have to wait there. They're way too on top of each other. You know what? And then we'll ride this one back out. Once this one gets all the way down there, we'll ride it back out. How are we doing here? There's a lot of people there. The people down here are going to... Oh, there's 212 there. So we really need... You've got a good bus service. I think because you just had a heap of people being picked up, and then you had a heap of people being picked up again. All right, where's your counterpart? When it gets to the other end, and we'll switch them. When it gets... Hey, there goes the freight station. Oh, look at that. Ah, that's brilliant. When it gets to the other end, then we'll jump on. We can track ride. Tell me a wonder, wonder, wonder. Come on, little steamer. We're wasting money over here. Now, we're probably going to need more trains. I don't like running trains like this. I prefer running trains point to point because they make more money. Simple, because not everyone gets off at each stop, and it annoys the crap out of me when they don't. Get off at your stop. Get off the train. You may go. There's going to be a lot more people waiting down here again now. But that's okay. We'll let it build back up, and hopefully these trains are going to be making a profit. If they don't, we might have to consider putting them back to a point-to-point. They should, Johnny. You pay for maintenance, right? But they should have maintenance vehicles that you can put in the game. How good would that be? City Skylines 2 and 1 sort of does. Like, you do have to buy the maintenance companies, and they do have vehicles that go around to road accidents, or they service the roads. So they do drive to broken parts of roads and service them, but not to the... like, you'd like to see more of that in here in this game. A nice tamper. Do I hear steam engine? Yes, Josh. How are you, friendo? How are you, buddy? All right, this has all come up nicely down here now. Happy with our forestry section, you know. You went to the Royal Show the other day? Oh, it's the Royal Show in Perth, is it? For those that aren't from Australia, each state in Australia has a Royal Show. I was talking to you about it in yesterday's stream, how I used to work at the Royal Brisbane Show in events. Each state has their own. Not even each state. Each state, and also a lot of local communities have a bit of a Royal Show as well in those states. So there's like subdivided or ones that are a bit lower. I'm much happy with that farm anyway. Over there, by the way. All right, let's have a look as we come into town now. Did you pick up any show bags, Josh? What show bags did you get? Please say the Birdie Beetle show bag. It's the best one. think we just missed the freight train, did we? Look at all the people down here. What about all the people waiting at Midpoint Station? Ooh, 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 ooh. And they can't get a train now 'cause I don't have enough fun. But don't worry, ma'am, I'll get some more. You're not the only one. Do 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 do. We're gonna need a bigger train. Straight up. I think we'll put on another wagon. I was in two minds about the wagon. When we get to the end here, I think we'll put on another couple. One, like on each train. Another one. Do you think another one? You got the American Candy Snakes, Kit Kat, Redskins, and Extremo Mega Sour. Yum, Kit Kat. There's a bit of a dirt mound that's built up. We're gonna have to get the maintenance crew. Johnny, can you get the maintenance crew out here to clean up that dirt mound that's in the middle of the tracks, please? Also, we need the weed. Hey, look at you go, chugging away up there. Man, this is a brilliant game. When you start to build stuff that you love, it's brilliant. But unless there's weeds everywhere, right? Stephen, who weeded these tracks? We definitely got to get those shirts made up. Oh, we've hit the 100, which is what we want. Johnny says, Ham asks for the maintenance crew to get out there, and Johnny goes, sorry, Ham, it's lunchtime. Stephen. Hey, Gary, you think his name was Mac? I'm sure it was Gary who weeded the tracks. Yeah, Gary and Mac. 100%, Gary and Mac. You can't put Gary and Mac hanging out together, by the way. Here's our port down here that's coming in. The port that's got a lot of work to go. It's under construction. Typical government employee. Gary's not your typical government employee. Josh, Ham, by the way, have you got the mod where the track has restricted speed? Yeah, I don't like to use it. I do have a lot of those. And do you mean especially when you come into the stations, how you slow up even more before you get in, so it's a more realistic approach? I definitely have used it before. I definitely have. You may say I'm a dreamer. Right, that'll do us coming into there. Because I just saw a big Humpty Doo here that I want to get rid of. Why the game continues to put Humpty Doos in. You just don't need to do that. See, why couldn't you do that to start with? You still slightly have it, but you're better. I know it goes up anyway. It does go up a little bit. I know that, but we're at the end of the line here anyway. We're going to put some more before we get in here. We're gonna upgrade these trains. All right, so you go. Yeah. All the everyone wants to get out of Baxter Beach. Or they're all holiday goers. Okay. Let's take these trains. We've got to get our grey. I forget what grey color we had, by the way. Eek. Is it that one? No, too light. That one. Do we think 76 capacity, Stephen, is, or do you think maybe even bigger? Do you think maybe we do that and we go 95? Let's see how this goes. Because that might be too much. Go another one. Yeah, it might be 200. We've gone to 95. It's a nice sized train too, don't you think? It's a really nice sized steam train. All right, the thing we need to do is we need to keep an eye on this because these numbers now will dwindle a lot. So let's get your buddy. Let's put your buddy here. I'm not your buddy, guy. I'm not your guy, buddy. I think we may have overstretched our reach. But we'll just sit down here and watch the trains roll through for a little bit, shall we? Oh, that's annoying how the line comes up. Can we just get rid of shot of midpoint? And we'll keep an eye on it otherwise. We can keep an eye on it like this. All right. Let's get a good viewing area. I feel like this is a good... Where do we think is good to view midpoint here? Maybe like this. Okay. Let's go. Right. So we just keep an eye on this for a sec. You reckon the city would look good with a tram system? I think I was going to put a tram system up at Grandview, the next stop along, was my plan.
Hey.
Let's see how this goes. We might have overstretched it a little bit by putting in... Trains are about to hit. Are they about to hit? Here we go. Oh, that's... Oh, the busyness. All right, here we go. One train in. 433,000. Okay. And then we ended up with how many left? Okay, so still 75. So maybe it's right. No, maybe we'll be right. Maybe we'll be okay. I mean, back's the beach. Yeah, okay. We could probably do with another train again. It's only Grandview that's letting us down. It's really only Grandview that's letting us down a bit, isn't it? And Baxter Beach is just too many people there. How are we doing people-wise, people movement-wise here? Not many people being picked up and dropped around. Do we think a better bus service might help in Midpoint? Or do we think I mean, the bus service here... There's enough buses on that. Okay, they've got enough buses. I feel like Midpoint could use a better bus service, yeah? Yeah, I got heaps at Grandview. That's them there. We just don't have the demand. The people just don't want to leave Grandview. People just want to stay in Grandview. I mean, do you blame it? It'll be a nice city. It's got a grand view. That's why it's called. I know this naming convention thing's not hard, right? I just think there's 64 people waiting to leave that bus stop. Yeah, I think demand will pick up. I think demand will pick up. Here's the trouble though. A lot of these numbers will start to really dwindle down. You're almost better off having 3 smaller trains, are we not? But geez, they make good money when they come in though, right? The passenger service makes good money. It's this one here, by the way. For a passenger service. Okay, let's get out of that. I think what I want to do is I want to establish a better bus network as well here. You do love the purple line. I always do my passengers as purple. I'm thinking I'll expand this bus route. So at the moment, I think I'm going to get you to come up here now. So I'm going to keep you here. I'm going to get some more buses in. I'm going to get a bus station. I'm going to get a bus station here. You're still fine there. You're going to grow this way, so you can come and do a turn up here. And you're going to help establish a lot of these people when they start getting bigger. Are you though? No, you'll be fine. We're just going to add that one in. So manage that line. Hey, buddy, from church, before Church Lane, can you go to here, please? All right, that's your new loop. And I don't know if we should get a connection up here. But I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us. I really love these 3 little shops that have built down in here. They've just gone in perfectly. I love them. I hope they stay there forever. They've just worked in perfectly into that build. Yeah, okay, let's do this. Let's establish a bit of a bus line out this side of town. I'll get one over here. And I'll get one up here. Actually, I'll just get you picking up there. And then there. And then back down there. Right, that's your 4. What did we call that line? Midpoint South bus service. So this will be Midpoint North bus service. Make it purple for Johnny. It's more pink, but whatever. Midpoint North bus service. Okay. And you're going to be going nice big loop. Yeah, perfect. Even though I have bridges, we're not having the buses cross the bridges. I think the trams I was going to do up here, but Maybe I'll do trams on the coastal towns, but maybe Midpoint, you're right, Josh. Maybe Midpoint, the way it's growing, is going to be a really nice city for trams. We'll have to have a look at that. We'll have to keep that one in mind, hey? Also, you only have one bus. I'm going to switch you manage vehicles. You can have 2 of those, okay? Just because I'm feeling generous, and I would rather people not waiting. I'd rather spend money on bus services and lose it than have people sitting on the deck doing nothing. With this one, where are we buying? That can go too, by the way. Where do we buy our... Oh, here. Thanks. I was looking for a service station. Okay, passenger-wise, on the north side of town, we'll go something a little more ZIS 155. I'll go 2 of those too. Send them on Midpoint North bus service. Thank you. Let's ride this into town. Let's see what it's like riding into town here at Midpoint. Midpoint's really going gangbusters. So buses on the other side. Yeah, and the only reason I hadn't connected them, Stephen, already is because the train station was covering the whole of Midpoint. It's the only reason I hadn't done it yet. But I think you're right. I think the time has come. The time came for us to put a bus service in over here. And the more I think about what Josh said, the more Midpoint would really suit trams. Another friggin' truck stomping on its air brakes. Oh, that's a hill. I don't like that. Oh, how good's a bus stop on a hill? That's gotta suck. Chat, man. Would you care to get the bus? Past my 3 favorite little stores. I love them. Brilliant, brilliant buildings, those ones. And at the bus stop. There's no one here. Okay. Are we going to get anyone riding the bus? No, maybe one day we will. People just don't want to ride the bus in Midpoint. They just want the train and that's it. Just the train. No buses. I have a feeling it's because they can all walk to the train, yeah? Oh, there we go. Welcome aboard, people. Yay, we got 3 of you. Come on down, I'll take you to the train station. Out you get. Oh, one doesn't. One wants to go elsewhere. Oh, good on you. Oh, well, that should help us. All right, anyway. Yeah, see, these numbers are really dwindling down now. To the point where I think we've got too many carriages on our trains. We'll have to pay close attention to that. Because we have the capacity for... Yeah, we'll have to pay close attention to that. All right, how are we looking down here? You're down... You're still okay. And you're not too bad either. Okay. I think that's enough of that. Where's our trains, by the way? They're still making okay money. They won't run full, but they'll be okay. And on that happy tune, I could just sit here and watch the trains roll in and out of here all day. On that happy tune, gang, thanks for hanging out for 3.5 hours of some Transport Fever 2 action. It's been wonderful. We'll be back to do more of these Transport Fever 2 live streams. Why? Because why the heck not? Okay, stay tuned for next Transport Fever 2 live stream when Stephen and I go lockheads about weeds. I don't really care. It's nice to get rid of them too. I just don't. Thank you to everyone who came and hung out today. Thank you to those who are going to watch in the future as well and made it all the way to the end. Thank you to all of my members as well. A big thanks to all my members who come and hang out and spend every stream hanging out with me. You guys are the best around. And I will see you all tomorrow, or potentially a kickback stream. We potentially might do kickback stream tonight or tomorrow night. My time, that is. Tonight, probably tonight. I'll keep you posted in Discord. Have a great rest of your evening, day, or afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Stay safe, stay good to your screen. Get out of here. Thank you, Dan. Dan's put the link in there for my Twitch if anyone wants that when we go and do our kickback streams. But I will let everyone know in Discord about the kickback streams at the moment, just with the things I let Amy know yesterday. We had another sad tragedy in the family. So I'm just going to leave it there, but I'll let you know. It's still this year's been terrible, but anyway, get out of here, team.